Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So let me apologize in advance. I'm totally sounding like Mike Tyson here. I just put on some braces the other day and I sound like a goober. So I apologize for that. But I wanted to still geek out with you guys for a minute. I guess geek out takes a whole new meaning now. But talk about the GX 550 a little bit and tell you why I think it's going to be a phenomenal vehicle when it is actually hitting the lots. Okay, so I think I've yet to hear a single individual say that they did not like the design of it or like the look of it, right? So I'm gonna highlight my top 5 things in this video that really kind of pose the question to you guys: would you prefer to get the last of the V8 Lexus GX 460, or are you gonna hold out for that 550? So number one reason why that GX 550 really is gonna be a smashing hit is it is still made in Japan, and it gets a lot of style points because of that, because every single vehicle that I've ever purchased built in Japan, well, exhibit A, B, and C here, they've been extremely high quality. I've never had a fit and finish issue with any of them. I've never had any kind of reliability issue with them. You can just tell the Japanese take tremendous pride in what they do. Not to say we don't in America, but you know, historically speaking, they build their vehicles to last, and I've actually seen that and felt that through my ownership of a number of their vehicles. So number one, made in Japan, but you still get that factor with the GX 460, the current one, right? The Powerplant is my number 2 here, and let me kind of defend myself a little bit, because I think a lot of people are using that as their primary anchor for keeping their current generation GX, right? The 460, because you get that 4.6 liter V8, and although extremely reliable, bulletproof platform, I do think, you know, Toyota's going to get right. You get better performance numbers out of the Turbo V6, and the reason why I like it over like the Sequoia Tier D Pro, the 2023 Sequoia Tier D Pro, or the 2022 and up Tundra Tier D Pro is they did not strap a battery pack underneath it, right? And you know, they know what they're doing. They know that they are building that one to be a little bit more of a reliable vehicle. Or not to say that Tundra and the Sequoia aren't going to be reliable over the long run, but it really is like confirming that it is going to be built to last. When you put that battery pack on it, it's going to complicate things a little bit more, and who knows how long truly those batteries are going to work, like in the iForce Max, right? That's what we're talking about. So I do love the fact that they did not make it an iForce Max power plant and put a battery attached to the Turbo V6. So I think that is going to be a really good factor. Number 3, I kind of opened up with it already, but that is the styling. I think, sorry guys, I really am full Mike Tyson right now, I'm sorry. The styling I think is phenomenal. Like I said, I've never heard anybody gripe about the way it looks. I think the wide fender flares look incredible. Even the giant spindle grille that people complain about, that's like always a primary gripe that people have always had for Lexus, the huge spindle grille. They got rid of it, right? So they didn't get rid of it, but they made it a lot smaller and a lot more bearable. So I think that was a really good move for them to have made. You know, whether it's the premium or the Overtrail, I think both of them, you know, both of those trims in particular are just going to be phenomenal. So number 3 was the styling. Number 4, it comes with all the creature comforts, right? So you get the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, heated cool seats, large digital displays. The gauge cluster is now fully digital. You know, you get all the modern creature comforts that we would come to expect. And having owned that 2023 Sequoia Tier D Pro, it really is nice. You get used to all that kind of stuff, and it really is super helpful. A ton of the safety sense factors are going to be included in all that tech, which is great. Great peace of mind if you do have a family. And number 5, maybe this wasn't worthy to make the cut, but I do love the fact that they went the extra mile to ensure that you had a ton of headspace, a lot of headroom in the vehicle. And I think that really is a huge factor to consider. And I think a lot of people who buy these vehicles, myself included, I'm not a tall cat, but I got 25 kids. I do love knowing that we get a lot of headspace in the vehicle. You know, you can maneuver your kids around in their car seats much easier. You can get car seats in and out of the vehicle much easier. And I think it really is a factor that is often overlooked. Like the Land Cruiser here has tremendous headspace in it. Both of them do. And I really like that about it. So I'll leave you with that question that I kind of opened up with. Which GX are you trying to get? Are you trying to get that last of the V8? Because there is always goodness in doing that, especially when it comes to, you know, the resale factor. I think oftentimes people will lust after that last model year of a generation. In following years, in 2 or 3 years from now, people will really want a 2023 GX 460. I think people will continue to want that. Not to mention bulletproof reliability, right? Or are you trying to go after that GX 550? Personally, if I had an opportunity to get a 550, I would definitely jump on it. But I do think, unfortunately, we are going to bump into that same issue that we've seen over the last few years, where dealers are going to be licking their chops and going to be quick to put a $10,000, $15,000, or $20,000 markup on them. And unfortunately, some people are going to end up paying that. They're going to fall victim to it and propel the issue. So, like I said, if I do get an opportunity to get one, I think I would jump on it, but they're going to be pretty difficult to come by for the first year or two, just like we're seeing with the Sequoia and the Tundra Tier D Pro, right? So let me know which one you're going to aim to get, if any, and why. Appreciate you watching as always. Until next time.